Welcome to Hotline TV, everyone. I'm Amy Walter.
And I'm John Mercurio.
All right, the economy is issue number one today. Both candidates trying to get out front. We saw yesterday, John McCain came out very early on with an ad called Crisis. Let's take a look at that.
Our economy in crisis. Only proven reformers John McCain and Sarah Palin can fix it. Tougher rules on Wall Street to protect your life savings. No special interest giveaways. Lower taxes to create new jobs. Offshore drilling to reduce gas prices. McCain, Palin. Leadership, experience for the change we need.
But as we know, John, that message got a little bit lost during the course of the day when he came back to talk about the fundamentals of the economy being strong. Barack Obama, of course, jumped on that statement. This morning he released his own ad called, not surprisingly, Fundamentals.
Putting the fun back in fundamentals.
Our economy, I think, still, the fundamentals of our economy are strong. The fundamentals of our economy are strong. The fundamentals of our economy are strong.
Interesting. All right, so what do we think? Who's back on message and who's making a play with this?
We've seen McCain today in Florida talking, really, I think, trying to get back to the original point, the original message of the crisis ad. The crisis ad, interesting to look at, even just from the perspective of, it's one of the first positive ads that I've seen the McCain-Palin campaign run in the past week or two. Really, I mean, they've really been focusing so much on Obama. It's really one of the first with a positive message.
Even though that the overall economy is crappy.
Well, no, positive in terms of not attacking Barack
right.
Obama. And then, of course, Obama hitting back so hard with the fundamentals. He, for the first time in at least a week, sort of taking the offensive as opposed to being sort of back on his heels. I think we're seeing this economic issue changing the fundamental dynamics of the race. The fundamentals are strong in this campaign, and the dynamics have changed, at least temporarily, from lipstick, from Sarah Palin, from her tanning bed at the governor's mansion, a story I do love.
I know.
To the Wall Street crisis, and I think that in a very strong way, that's a positive thing for the Obama campaign. That's where they want to be playing.
It is, and yet at the same time, they can't seem to give, or Obama has yet to give, sort of that one line that says, Bush and McCain have done this, I'll do this.
Well,
these guys were this. Yeah, these policies were bad for 8 years, and that's why we're going to do this. There's never a takeaway from any of these speeches. You definitely walk away saying, boy, he's sure, bashing Bush around, and McCain has to find a way to distance himself.
America is tired of your bumper sticker politics. It's not a solution.
It's not so easy.
It's just not so easy. But you're right.
The economy is complicated, apparently.
I think you're right. To some extent, there's a sense of fear that's growing about the economic crisis, and when there is a fear among the electorate, they do have trouble in some cases switching horses, switching parties in midstream, even though, I mean, in this way, it's actually sort of interesting. There's a small group of people, I think, for whom the economic crisis makes them want to stay with what they know
theory,
and
right.
with President Bush. But you're right. I think what Obama needs to do is at this point, continue, I think, doing what he's doing, hitting McCain, attacking McCain, attaching McCain to President Bush, but also offering some sort of positive.
Just a couple positive or definitive lines. The other interesting thing to me is Sarah Palin, this should seem to be a perfect place to put her, right? Which is, she's the Walmart mom. These are the kinds of voters that she needs to go. Main Street, she gets American values of families. Why not put her out there to talk about this? Again, you don't have to talk about specifics. We don't have to get into the regulatory system, and just to go and be an empathizer. However, you do that and you run the risk that when she's not scripted, which we have yet to see, she falls off.
And I think they are doing that. I think that you are going to see her this week talk specifically about what it is to be sort of a working person, working class, white working class parts of the country. That, I think, is a key part of what McCain and Palin are going to be talking about. You already started to see today in Florida McCain really retool his message, talking about the violation between the social contract.
Talk about retool. It was a complete
180. Yeah, it was the violation between the social contract and capitalism.
Yeah.
For McCain, who actually, if you look at his economic record, it is very similar to the Bush administration's record. It is going to be very difficult, I think, on a point-by-point basis for McCain to really distinguish himself from the economic policies of this administration. And to make this huge pivot, I think is as bold and interesting as anything he's done. I do.
Wow.
I do.
You heard it here first. All right, well, that is all the time we have for you today in Hotline TV. See you next time.
And keep investing in Hotline TV.
Journalism, apparently, newspapers are also really big.
Yeah,
you should
good.
keep investing in those.